everybody, welcome to day one of the Salsa Timing Challenge. Before we get into salsa timing, I'm gonna give you something that most social dancers never get when they start their salsa timing journey. That very thing is context. Because the truth is, most salsa dancers start their timing journey in the middle of the story. When you start in the middle of the story, it makes everything more complicated later on. Context is the very key to really get into the feeling and the essence of the many different time steps that are involved in salsa. Salsa timing didn't just come out of nowhere. The steps aren't random, they come from the music itself, from the instruments, from the rhythms, from the composition of the song. The dancers are responding to the music that they're listening to. When it really comes down to it, every time step in salsa comes from a rhythmic cue. That's how all of these dances were created, whether it's pachanga, son, mambo, cha-cha-cha. It didn't come from counts, it didn't come from instructors, it came from the music itself. Now here's where things get a little interesting, and this is one of the main roots on why a lot of people have problems with salsa timing. Nowadays, most people start their salsa timing journey with salsa on one. That's the 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. But the interesting thing to note is that no instrument in the salsa ensemble plays this pattern. The conga doesn't play 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. The bass doesn't play 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. The clave doesn't play 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. If you listen closely to salsa music, no instrument in the band is playing that rhythmic cadence. So why did this cadence become standardized, and why are people learning this cadence first? Now, the reason why on one became standardized is a topic that we go over deeper in our courses. But to sum it up, on one emphasizes the downbeat, or the first beat of the measure. This is easier for people to catch, but this on one timing, this downbeat connection, doesn't really connect to the deeper rhythmic structure of salsa music. And this is why a lot of dancers feel like they're on time, but not fully connected to the song. Now, to truly understand salsa timing, we have to go back a little bit. We have to go back to the pre-ancestors of the salsa that we know today. Cuban dances and music expressions such as danzón and son. These dances heavily emphasized syncopation, or a contratiempo feel to the time step. And this was mainly because the dancers were listening to the actual rhythms played by examples such as the conga, or the clave, or the bass. Then later, those ancestors of salsa, the danzón and the son, those time steps evolved into dances such as mambo and cha-cha-cha. These had the same contratiempo timing foundation, just expressed a little bit differently through the movement. And in places like New York, especially during the Palladium era, dancers were still dancing on two, connecting deeply to the rhythms. Now, as this music and dance that was cultivating and brewing in Cuba started to spread to new audiences, this is where things started to change for salsa timing. Outside the context of Cuba, people weren't used to syncopated feels. People were more used to listening to and attuning their ear to the downbeat. And this is what instructors adapted their style of teaching to accommodate their students with. This is how we get the standardized on one time step. Now, even though the standardization of the salsa time step to on one helped people and accommodated people that weren't accustomed to contratiempo types of movement, there were people that still valued that contratiempo syncopated mambo type of feel. One of these people was Eddie Torres, and he was a main person in salsa timing to create a bridge between the contratiempo styles of timing and the standardization of the on-one time step. Eddie Torres really created a pathway to maintain the rhythmic integrity of Afro-Cuban music, but still make it accessible to new listeners. And this is where the modern on-two time step comes from today. That's done all around the world at many different festivals and congresses, and especially in places like New York. So what I really want you to get right now is that there are many different types of salsa timing that exist, are in effect, right now. And the salsa timings that exist are not just steps, they're a reflection of the music. Over the next few days, we're gonna go deeper into this. We're gonna train your ear, your sense of pulse, and your connection to the rhythm. But first, for this challenge, for day one, I just want you to reflect on this context. So your task for day one is to record a short video and post it in our Skool community. I want you to introduce yourself, share one thing you learned about this video, share one thing that surprised you about salsa timing, and share something that you're excited to develop over the course of these 5 days. I can't wait to see you in the challenge.